Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Lynchburg. We are glad you are here. Whoever you are, whatever your beliefs, whatever your age, whatever your gender identity, and whomever you love, you are welcome here. As we work together for justice, compassion, and peace, we also acknowledge with humility that our buildings sit on Monacan land. My name is Courtney Senna, and I'm the Director of Lifespan Engagement for this congregation. If you're with us for the first time on Zoom or in the sanctuary, we are glad you chose to be here this morning to participate in the service for this congregation we love. If you would like to receive our monthly newsletter and Friday email updates, please fill out the virtual visitor card found on our website at uulynchburg.org under Sunday Services, or fill out the yellow card found in the back of the chair in front of you and place it in the offering basket during the offering. We have a few announcements this morning. Our meditation and mysticism group will meet at 7 p.m. on Monday, September 22nd on Zoom. If you are interested in attending, please speak to Reverend Terry. Next Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m., we are invited to see a curated episode of Star Trek in Unitarian House. The episode will focus on building belonging, our theme for this month. Right after the service today, we will all go outside the sanctuary to take a congregational picture and then stay for Soup Sunday afterwards. We hope all of you will join us for both of these things. Zoomies, we are going to include you in the picture. So at some point during the service, your Zoom host will talk to you about turning on your screens if you feel comfortable with that, so that we can get a screenshot of all of you together. And then we will hold that during the picture so that you all can be included. We also, our friends at Daniels Hill Garden, the veggie spot, have an orientation meeting coming up to sort of reinvigorate the program. There is a flyer in Drysdale Hall on the belonging board that can tell you more about that. We have pledged to be a 100% participation voting congregation. So we also have a table for that set up in Drysdale Hall if you would like to stop by. And then I just wanted to say thank you to the volunteers that helped make Day in the Park a success yesterday. It was very much appreciated for everybody to help, but especially those of you that were able to help with setup and take down, because that was a really big job. Now, I invite us to release our worries about the world and our own lives as we enter into the service by taking some slow, calming breaths.
Our community is spread out over time and space, so this is our time when the Zoomies say good morning to the Roomies, and the Roomies say good morning to the Zoomies. It's wonderful to be together here. At this time, we light the chalice of our faith as we share these words together. May the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, O Spirit of life. Our opening words come from Inuit shaman Uvandnuk. Called Trembling with Joy. The great sea has set me in motion, set me adrift, moving me like a weed in a river. The sky and the strong wind have moved the spirit inside me till I'm carried away, trembling with joy. Let us now rise in body or spirit as we share together hymn 100. I've got Peace Like a River, and we're going to sing verses 1, 2, and 3. Be seated.
All right, I would like to invite all of the young ones to come join us down front. We have a special guest this morning doing our music. Sarah is going to do Down by the Bay with us. So as you come down front, I'm going to invite you to choose a musical instrument so that you can help. Okay, grab it, get it? So you can help make some beautiful music.
Oh my goodness, I'm so
Yes.
excited to have all these friends coming up. I don't know all of you, but I'm Sarah, and I have two kiddos here who are a little bigger than some of you guys. This is Magnolia and Josephine, and they are in 5th and 7th grade. But they've heard me play lots of silly songs over lots of years. So I have a question. Did anybody get to go this summertime? We might can put some people over here too. Maybe scooch just a little. We wanna. Yep. Did anybody get to see any water, like an ocean or a river or a lake? Oh, you did, Nora. Where did you? What was it like?
I got to swim in it.
Swimming is a really cool thing. You can't always swim in the water that you find, but what about you, Eliza?
We went, it's kind of like a dolphin, except it's missing a wall.
Oh, cool.
An Adirondack shelter.
Whoa, an Adirondack shelter.
It was like, I think it was on the Chesapeake Bay.
What? A bay? That's what this song is about. So this song, I think some of you might know it. It's by one of my favorite children's musicians named Rafi. And it's about finding really peculiar things down by the bay. Did anyone find anything really ridiculous or observe anything unusual at their waterside this summer? Nora, you've got something? What was it?
There was a animal in this rock that couldn't come out of the
A huge rock is very fun and a little bit odd. Oh, I wrote to you.
There was a giant pile of sand in the middle of the square.
Piles of sand. Nature is incredible. And water, because it's always moving, it's reshaping the nature that's around it. Yeah, that's so cool. Anybody, did you guys see anything cool at the river or the lake? Or did you play with water in your backyards? Anybody do any sprinkler stuff this summer? Eliza, what about you?
Well, last year we did go to an actual cabin. There was a river and we found a newt.
A newt? Okay, actually, that's great. We're gonna put Eliza's newt in the song, okay? So the way this works is there's one piece of the song that repeats over and over again, and at the end of the little stanza, the little verse, there's a part that changes every time with something very silly, okay? So I'm gonna start it, but as soon as you guys know what's happening, which might be pretty quickly, you can sing along, all right? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a goose kissing a moose down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go. Favorite ones. Have you ever seen llamas eating their pajamas down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother would say. Magnolia, I heard you made one up in the car on the way here. She told it to me so I can reproduce it. It is, did you ever see a panda waving his handa down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother would say. Did you ever see a fish? What could a fish be doing? Making a wish down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mother would say, did you ever have a time when you couldn't make a rhyme, but you kept on trying, down by, big finish, everybody play your instruments, down by
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course.
All right, I'm going to invite everybody to put their instruments back in the box, but I think we'll have an opportunity to get them out again a little bit later. And let's see, Eliza and Nora, would you like to help with the offering?
Yeah.
Each week we take an offering of our gifts for the work of this community, both within these walls and also in the larger community. If you're on Zoom and you would like to contribute, you may do so by making a donation to Venmo or sending a check to the office. And we appreciate your gifts that are generously given and gratefully received. around water makes us happy most of the time, unless we're one of those people who doesn't like baths or is out in the rain when we don't want to be. But as Sarah helped us remember, being around water can be really fun. So I'm wondering if, and Sarah may have asked this, did any of you go swimming or play by a bay this summer? Eliza did. That's cool. There's so many ways in which we can enjoy water, especially in the summer. What kinds of adventures did we have? What water made us feel healthy, happy, peaceful? Was it from our kitchen sink? Or beside a fun hiking trail? Or maybe in a swimming pool? In UU congregations around the country, people share a water ritual, usually as an ingathering at the beginning of the school year. It's a time for folks to return from summer travel and to reconnect. It's a time to remember that each of us belongs to this congregation. It's also time to remember that whatever water we love, whatever water we want to protect, we are connected because our bodies contain water, water that flows in us and through us. It flows continually all over the earth. This morning we have a large bowl representing the parts of our lives that are shared and connected with one another. Some of you may have brought some water to put into the bowl. The first water we'll put in is the water collected from previous years. It has things floating in it. So I'm not sure how ripe it's going to be. I was telling some people one year in another congregation, 2 people had been to the Okefenokee swamp. We almost couldn't finish the service. It was so fragrant. Huh?
It's pretty fragrant.
Okay, it's pretty fragrant, so you might have to hold your nose when you come up. Yeah, not, well, yeah. So if you didn't bring a little bit of water, we have pitchers of water, and Courtney has gotten some small containers of water for young people if they want to pour some in without having to pick up the heavy pitchers. And we can add water to our collective remembrance. So as you're so moved, you're invited to come forward, pour a bit of water into the bowl, then share your name at the mic and where your special water originated or the water you want to honor this morning. If you're a Zoomie, I invite you to share your name and the water you wish to remember, and I will add some water into the bowl on your behalf. So I invite you to come forward to celebrate. That is ripe. Nora.
Go ahead and do your pouring first, and then you can share where it's from.
This is symbolic water from our week of camping together, Nora and I, at Holiday Lake.
Very good. Okay, put your heads down. You want to come up?
Rick and I have some to share, some serious, some fun.
Pour it in.
We continue to see the
I'm sorry, someone's speaking, Zuni is speaking and I can't quite hear.
Yes.
Okay, Tina and Rick.
we have some serious and some fun. Unfortunately, with our friends in North Carolina, we continue to see the power of water from Hurricane Irene that is still
Yeah, they're still recovering from that.
and our boys Richard's in Hawaii, and we have water from there, and Corey went to the Galapagos. And then Rick has wishes that the people in Gaza had the water that we have.
Mhm.
And then let's
Would y'all like to say? Can we say it together? Can I say my name? My name's Hannah, and we got this water from our kitchen in our new home in Orange. Yay! And thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And I would like to have some symbolic water poured. This water is from the water fountains at the Round One Arcade in Greensboro, North Carolina, where I went a couple of weekends ago to reclaim my college days and dancing like a maniac. And so that water restored me after my performance.
Wonderful, thank you, David. Oh, Ryan, you have some water?
Water first? Yeah.
Whatever's easy.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Ashton. This is Orion. Last year, we gave some water from his little sippy cup. He's upgraded to a regular water bottle. So I bring the water that sustains my family.
That is wonderful. Good morning, Red.
Good morning. There's two small, I'm Red, there's two small doses of water there. One's from our home, our home well that we drink out of, and the other's from a lovely swimming hole we go to on the Appomattox River. I was able to grab.
I'm Priscilla, and this is water, salt water from my pool that this summer led to the healing of my back injury.
Whoa, that's powerful water.
Yes.
This water represents water that I passed over going up the trail toward Dragon Tooth. I didn't quite make it there, but I went across a lot of rocks and water and roots. got a mile and a half up the mountain. And it also represents my CPAP water that I live with every day. And the water from our well, which I can't drink anymore.
Oh, wow. Tell us who you are.
I'm Rosemary Shannon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bob Morris, and this water is actually water from our well. And I've been very aware that as we prepare to move into Westminster Canterbury on the 25th, one of the things I'm really going to miss is the sweet water that comes out of our well, which is like spring water. And I don't think city water quite compares. So this is from Makana, and I.
Thank you, Bob. And Makata.
I'm Molly McLennan, and I have water from a wonderful reunion I had. All 3 daughters, 2 husbands, all 5 grandchildren, 5 significant others, 1 great-grand of 2 years were there, and it was wonderful. We also had an ex-husband, his girlfriend were there, and one of the significant others, whole family was there. And reunions don't always go well, but I think everybody had a really good time, so that's wonderful. And then I went to Susie, that's another family I've gone for many, many years, and it's always good to see old friends again. And then my water contains some tears too, for our current situation in Lynchburg, which is rather ugly. But when I think of family and friends, I know we can do better when we all work on it.
Thank you, Molly.
It's good to see Steve Glenn here, and I'm just hoping that there was enough water in Steve's garden, an appropriate amount of water this past year. Steve's joining us from up in New York.
I will take the opportunity to add some water in recognition of rain, which all farms, including Muddy Fingers Farm, needs to grow its organic vegetables. And unfortunately, drenches us occasionally when we're harvesting vegetables, but so be it.
Good to see you, Steve.
Hello, this is Dick Bain, and I want to have some water first to celebrate the time that I was able to be in the Gulf of Mexico when we lived in Florida and watch the sunset. And also, I would like to think about the safe water that we get from our faucets, because I talk to people in Uganda, and there are so many diseases that are waterborne, and they really need so much help. So thank goodness for our safe water.
Thank you, Dick.
I'm Joan, and I just poured some water to represent the water in the Nashua River where we spent some time visiting my parents, and that flows by the UU church where my mom is right now.
Bob Morse. Late when we visit our daughter in Central Florida, Winter Park in particular, where there are a number of big lakes around the area, there's one in particular that is right up next to a beautiful local park, and it's a place we visit every time we go there just because of its inspiration and beauty. So, thank you.
Thank you, Bob. I want to add some other water for all the incredible places around the world that we visit in our lives that have water and that make our lives more wonderful. Teresa? Yeah, you can just pour some in and then say your name and what it represents.
My name is Teresa. I went to Piney River Trail along, I think it's the Piney River in Nelson County, I think in June. And I saw a crane. I was sitting near the water flowing by. It's not a very, I think it's a long river, but it looks like a stream where it's not really wide. And then I was sitting there with the river flowing and around the trees in the area and the rocks. All of a sudden, a big bird came flying through. I didn't even know it was going to happen. I didn't know those birds were around. I thought it would be an ocean bird, and it was a crane, and it was white, and it just landed across the rocks on the other side, and it just stood there for a long time, and it waited and waited, and it just, I think it like looked at it, nibbled at the rocks, and then it flew away after quite a while. Thanks.
Beautiful, Teresa.
So my name is Ken Murphy, and a couple weeks ago, some friends and I went kayaking on the James River nearby Scottsville, which is a bit southeast of Charlottesville. Had I known about this water pouring event, I would have collected some sample water to also pour in myself, but I will make sure to do so next time, so that the next time this ritual comes around, I will be prepared and have some genuine river water to share. But it was a 9-mile kayaking trip that was very fun, and it's just nice to see some peaceful rivers to go kayaking on, but also a mixture of some class 2 or 3 rapids also add a little bit of excitement, just as how life is oftentimes a bit turbulent, so can be water as well when we go kayaking or boating on the river as well. So.
Thanks, Ken.
My name is Michael, and I come from California, the San Joaquin Valley, which grows food that every one of you have eaten at one point or another. And this represents that water, the gift of life.
Thank you, Michael. We're so blessed to be in a part of the country where water flows freely. Imagine all the water in our community bowl that's swirling together. It's not smelling quite as ripe now because all the happy water that's been shared. Imagine where the water in our bowl might have been and where it might go after it's returned to the earth. Our breath even has water in it. It might be that our breath becomes part of a cloud floating by. It's an amazing part of life that we are connected to water. We're also connected to air. Close your eyes for a moment. Think about feeling your skin. Your skin is your biggest sensory organ. Can you feel the air touching your skin? Just flowing by. Air flows all around us. We are connected to air. We are connected to the land, the earth. When we go outside this building, we will step on the earth, concrete, but the earth is underneath it. We live and move on the earth. We are connected to the land. We belong to family, community, water, air, and land. We are responsible for helping maintain a balance of life. So I invite us to share a song that reminds us of our responsibilities. And I appreciate Tom Chapin for giving us permission to play this video this morning. David?
And if any of our children would like to come up and get an instrument and dance along, we would be happy to have you help.
I'm sorry, I forgot to say that.
That is quite all right. David's going to play a video for us, and it is going to be so much fun. So get your favorite instrument, and we will dance.
Epcot, Pikachu, Game Boy, Barbie doll, Tetris, Galaxy, join the club. Lunchbox, value pack, big league, sneakerwear, cartoon universe, Teletub. It's a remake of a remake of...
What? Sorry, 1 second. That what I promised that was the right.
When you stand at the sink, did you ever think about the water running down the drain? How it used to be in the deep blue sea, and before that it was rain. Then it turned to snow for an Eskimo to use in a snowball fight. Then it floated south till it reached your mouth to help you brush your teeth tonight. Someone's gonna use it after you. Someone needs that water when you're through. 'Cause the water, land, and air, these are things we've got to share. Someone's gonna use it after you. When you sneeze like thunder, did you ever wonder if the air you set in motion Tried to help form a tropical storm way out in the western ocean. Could have been blown out of a blue whale spout as he dove beneath the seas. And now that air is in your care till you're finished with your sneeze. And someone's gonna use it. Achoo. Someone needs to breathe it when you're through. 'Cause the water, land, and air, these are things we've got to share. Someone's gonna use it after you. Like a wheel, the world is turning. Forest green and sky of blue. It will turn that way forever as the old is born anew. Someone's gonna use it after you. So leave it as you'd like it when you're through. 'Cause the water, land, and air, these are things we've got to share. Someone's gonna use it after you. Someone's gonna use it after you. So leave it as you'd like it when you're through. 'Cause the water, land, and air, these are things we've got to share. Someone's gonna use it after you.
That was so awesome. Thank you. Today, we're especially aware of our responsibility to care for Earth's water. Like the song said, somebody's going to use it after us. So are we going to be good citizens, good members of the human family? And we don't think about this very much because we are so blessed to live in an area with abundant water, with good wells like Bob and McConna have, and Red and other people. But there are more and more places around the globe where water is diminished, disappearing, or polluted. So I think it's important for us to both celebrate the water that we love and to acknowledge that glaciers are melting. Parts of the Amazon this past year were barely flowing. Droughts are happening, deserts expanding. So let's take just a few moments to silently consider the suffering waters of the world, so we can also mention places that are close to our hearts. And as we think about the suffering waters, I offer you Langston Hughes's poem. He entitled it, "I've Known Rivers." I've known rivers, ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and raised the pyramids above it. I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans, and I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset. I've known rivers, ancient, dusky rivers. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. So let's just take a few moments. You don't have to come up. If you want to mention a water source that you're concerned about. And if you speak it, I'll repeat it so that everybody can hear. Eliza, Blackwater Creek, is it getting polluted or? Okay, yes. Blackwater Creek is someplace that many people love. Every year I mention Lake Chad. Chad is not the most popular country in the world, I don't think, but its lake is the major water source for several North African countries, and it's drying up. So not only Chad, but several other countries will suffer. College Lake, which is no more. I don't even know where College Lake was.
Right, it belonged to the University of Lynchburg.
Oh,
The dam right there on 221 was compromised, and they took the dam out and drained the lake, so.
oh, okay.
I drive over the remains of College Lake every day when I go to work.
Oh, okay, David. John. Okay, let's get this over here.
Okay, I want to put into the mix a happy story. One of our favorite places is Dolly Sods, and the large stream running down through it is Red Creek. Well, this past year, the Nature Conservancy succeeded in buying one more tract that's at the headwaters of Red Creek, and is preserving that so that the whole, almost all of the headwaters now of Red Creek is now protected, which is great because there's a great big huge coal power plant called Mount Storm right next door. So we have some areas that are being protected.
Yes. And the tearing down of the dam at the Falmouth River so that indigenous people can, and salmon can go the whole way. That's a good story. Okay. Okay. Okay.
This is by Chief Seattle. I'm not sure when he said it. He was his name was different, but he lived outside of Seattle, Washington, and he said in 1876, around that time, he was a peaceful person for peace among many tribes around him, and he said, "Teach your children what we have taught our children, that the earth is our mother. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the sons and daughters of the earth. If men spit upon the ground, they spit upon themselves. This we know, the earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. This we know, all things are connected. Like the blood which unites one family, all things are connected. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the sons and daughters of the earth. We do not weave the web of life. We are merely a strand in it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves." Chief Seattle.
Thank you. Well, I think that's very important that we are people who acknowledge that we need to help be weavers to heal the earth. Another Michael.
Another Michael. I'm concerned still about the Piney River. For those who don't know, the Piney River passes through the grounds of a former American cyanamide plant. And when we first moved to the area in the early 70s, that site was contaminated by huge mounds of copperas, which is water soluble and very acidic. And we are still working on the cleanup of that site. Shortly after we moved here, there was an incident where the copperous runoff spilled into the Piney River, which flows into the Ty River, which eventually makes its way into the James. And there was a huge fish kill. They are still working, as I say, on the process of trying to clean up the American cyanamide plant.
So hopefully our children and our children's children will reap the rewards, I should say, that people are committed to healing the earth, the waters, the land, and the air. Our survival is entwined with the health of the world's water. May we enjoy the gift of water, and may we find ways to help heal parched lands and polluted waters. May we dedicate ourselves especially to healing the suffering of the waters that we have mentioned today. And may the waters we love that are flowing pure continue to prosper. Now we take a moment, as we do every week, to share together the joys and the concerns of our life. The one who goes by many names. We hold up today the joy and wonder and mystery of life, even as we also hold within us pain and anguish over loved ones who are ill, for the needless violence, the lack of strength and courage to make a stand against gun violence. We hold up today the blessing of life, of our children who will come and be among us soon. We are so grateful for all that life has given us. And so may we commit ourselves to finding ways, sometimes such small ways, to make the world a better place, to heal the waters of the world that are suffering, and to make a difference in our community. This we ask in the name of all that is sacred. Amen. Thank you, Emily. We're so fortunate this morning to have Sarah sing one of her original songs. Do we need to move something for you, or do you want to stand or sit, or?
Back there, so that's kind of exciting for me. What an important and thought-provoking and meaningful service today. I'm so glad to be here. I used to wonder, I used to wonder, I used to wander through the woods. I'd get so lost, staring at the sky. I had a hunger, I had a hunger, I had a hunger for whatever fed my soul, made my spirit whole. Now I just follow the water, follow wherever she leads. I sing along with the song of the water. She knows what I need. I sing her song, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I put my bare feet, I put my bare feet, I put my bare feet in the dirt and feel her there. Wherever I roam, she makes a promise, she makes a promise, she makes a promise that I'll never walk alone. Together we are home, so I just follow the water, follow wherever she leads. I sing along with the song of the water. She knows what I need. I sing her song, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. You guys want to sing the laws one more time with me? I see a good la la over there. I sing her song, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la.
That's a wonderful blessing. I think we don't need another hymn after that beautiful song. But I do want us to end with the words of Rabindranath Tagore, who won the Nobel Prize for Literature from India. The same stream of life that runs through my veins night and day runs through the world and dances in rhythmic measures. It is the same life that shoots in joy through the dust of the earth, in numberless blades of grass, and breaks into tumultuous waves of leaves and flowers. It is the same life that is rocked in the ocean cradle of birth and death, in ebb and in flow. I feel my limbs made glorious by the touch of this world of life. And my pride is from the life throb of ages, dancing in my blood this moment. And in that spirit, let us share our extinguishing of our chalice. As our service draws to a close, we extinguish the flame of our chalice as we share these words together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry into our hearts until we are together again. Blessed be. Now then, there is a plan.
Yes, there is.
Do you have the plan? I don't have the plan. I'm just following the leader.
It's a simple plan. We're just gonna have to work well. So I'm gonna invite
As Courtney,
to
as
move out
Courtney
front
said,
through the back doors of the sanctuary to join us for our picture. And then afterwards, we will come back in and go to Drysdale Hall, and I hope you'll all stay and join us for lunch. We have lots of yummy soup and salad and bread and crackers. We've got all kinds of deliciousness in there. So please stay for lunch. But first, please go out front and let's take our picture. There are a few chairs out there, so if anyone needs to sit for the picture, there is space to do that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I got corrected. That's what Emily was trying to tell
David,
me.
can you turn off that
We didn't
accommodation?
wave. All right.
Thank
before
you,
go
Emily.
outside-
There we go.
However you want to do it.
Okay, in getting ready for this photograph, for the congregational photograph in front of the green door, we want to do part two. So I would ask, well, looks like everyone that's here is on video, which is great. All we need are a few smiles and I can start taking some pictures. So want to get these as
Who's going to
accurate as
capture
we
it?
can. Whoop. Okay, big smiles. Just let me try another one here. Okay, another one. Very good. Okay, I've got to take a few minutes to get these photographs aligned and
Can you send me what you got? They're just lining up now, so I'll see, Bob. can you
just send it raw.
Send it raw.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to save it raw, and yeah, we'll have to do that because they're lining up right now.
Okay.
Okay, great, thank you.
And Tim, where did Tim and Tina were here a minute ago. Did we lose them?
I don't know.
Because I'd asked Tim to sort of sit in for me as facilitator for the few minutes that I'm gone. But anyway, I'm sure you can find some discussion among yourselves. Okay.
Steve, I want to take this chance to thank you for the strong presence you were in our congregation during Bush's years. That was, you would give voice to feelings that I had no words for at that time. And I've just never forgotten. I think anyone who is able to speak up as you did is a help to me. And there are people that are doing that now too. But anyway, I've never forgotten that, or you, that you made a big difference.
What can I say? Thank you.
I need to leave. See you all later. Bye-bye.
Dick. I believe that's the San Francisco Bay in your background. Is it Doug? Or did Doug go? I wonder, so for the past 2 years, growing up, weekends were often spent on the farm with my grandparents. They had a well. And bathing was from, the pitcher and the bowl. You didn't have a shower, a tub, or anything like that. So it was, that sort of thing. My in-laws were from a dry area of Colorado called La Junta. He was retired from the railroad, raising children on a small income, and they had a farm in the city, and water came in bar ditches and they would turn on and let them meter the water that ran in to water their garden. So that was one source of water. I assume they had different a source of water for the taps in the house. But I can recall my mother-in-law using the tiniest amount of water to wash dishes and so forth. And then the rinse water was also caught, and both tubs of the dish water and the rinse water went out to water plants. And then decades later, with a friend, I was visiting her in-laws who had this spectacular penthouse in Manhattan. And yet this couple washed dishes as a pair, and they would not let their guests wash dishes. And you watch them, they had this timing of using a scant amount of water to, you know, so there was no water running that you lifted in, you know, going back and forth, and the water kept running. It was just, so I've been working, trying to, what was so natural to them because their lives, that's just the way they did things. So it becomes more important to me trying to recapture this. But my grandchildren live far away. It's just like, I want them to know these people, to see these people, to see how they lived and managed with less. And anyway, I don't know what sort of water you have where you're in New York, Steve. What's it like?
Live in a village with village water that comes from Seneca Lake. I guess it's underground. I mean, the whatever the water is underground from Seneca Lake. We're in between Cayuga Lake and Cayuga Lake. We're in between Seneca Lake and Cayuga Lake, and but we have the tallest waterfall in Trumansburg. We have the tallest waterfall east of the Mississippi, the Tacanic Falls, and it's impressive. So lots of waterfalls up here caused by obviously the glacier activity, which formed the Finger Lakes. So it's water up here is really special, very special. I miss the Blue Ridge Parkway, but the gorges and the waterfalls really make up for it.
My daughters and grandchildren live in the Catskills.
Ah, yeah.
So, so I remember the water near them is a dam, a man-made dam. But of course, there are a lot of rivers and streams, but I'm not really familiar with bigger waterways in that part of New York.
Finger Lakes really are really impressive. They're really something. And it's all glacier made. It's the same process that formed the Great Lakes, but on a smaller scale. So
my grandson is a freshman at Paul Smith's college in the Adirondacks, and the pictures that he shares are just spectacular of all the lakes and so forth that they are surrounded with.
It's and September and early October, there's no place in the world I would rather be. There's no place in the world I hate being here in April, where Lynchburg is all completely colorful, and here we're lucky if we're out of the 50s, and we've had snow on Mother's Day, so it's April isn't pleasant, but
I do. I think of all the flowers that need a planet around the city.
Yeah. Yep.
So, sorry we were gone. The battery died, and then we had to rush and find the plug and all this stuff. So, so did they take a picture of some sort, or?
Yes, and Bob was wondering what happened to you.
At the exact second that they were walking out of the sanctuary, our screen went black.
Oh, we don't.
At that exact second. Oh well, we're still here.
Well, obviously Steve can serve my part.
That's right.
Because people always confuse us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the advantage.
You still got some color in your hair, Rick. I don't think so.
For years, they've been mistaken for each other. In the sanctuary, I used to call Steve Honey just to keep everybody confused. And since we did RE together for so long, it was just a natural thing. So it was,
Yep, really good. Always one of my favorite services. I will tell you, the last year that, oh, come on, senior moment, our former minister. No, after a long time, the full-time.
David Leonard?
Paul?
No, the full-time minister that.
Oh, Paul.
Paul and I had a real falling out with Paul.
Really?
Because during the water service, I sat up front and I had the water from the past 10 years that I collected every year, and saved and put it in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And I had it. And the tradition had always been, as was honored today, you add that water to continue this wonderful process. And Paul just went ahead with the service.
Oops.
And I was just beside myself. I know I had no business being that upset about it, but it meant something to me. It meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
And after the service, I walked out and just emptied the container on the ground.
Oh no.
It really soured me. We left soon thereafter, but it soured me with my relationship with Paul at that point. It was so significant to me. There were traditions that we had started and had gone for so long, and it really bothered me. And it's nice to be able to share it, share that frustration. So,
well, I'm glad you're here with us today.
Yeah, I'm glad too. It's over the summer. It's just so easy to miss sitting down and doing the Zoom. So I hope I can do it more often. And I'm hoping to be down in town first or second week in November. So.
Nice.
Oh, good.
I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah.
Bob, where's your lovely bride?
She's in church today. She felt she wanted to be, at least one of us be part of the big picture, and she also thought Soup Sunday sounded good. So, and she made something to bring too. So, she also took an empty cup and hopefully will bring me home some good soup. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious, since Corey's congregation is doing this today too. I'm kind of curious as to how they do it and what water he took.
Well, it's sure good seeing everybody, and I do appreciate your words, Trudy. It took me back a little bit, but because the church means so much.
This was during the Rush Limbaugh days, and there was, I can't remember the couple, but she was there reluctantly as a Christian, but anyway, I just was so grateful, and I'm glad you're doing well.
And I think with that, I'm gonna.
Well, please tell Nita
say
that we send our love.
All right, I will. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve.
Everybody have a great
See you in November.
week. Yeah, see you in November, Steve. And hopefully before then on Zoom.
Did we accidentally unconnect you just at the end there, or?
No, our battery on my laptop chose that moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we actually had it plugged in, but we didn't see that the other end was not plugged in.
It wasn't plugged in all the way.
So
It was funny,
the timing could not have been worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's
I
like
just started to say, and Tina and Rick have agreed to sort of facilitate the conversation, and then you weren't there.
nope, no, it literally.
No, understandable,
Just That
understandable.
absolute second went black.
Yeah.
And it took us a minute to figure out what was going on. And then it took a while to get back in.
Yeah. And I was not looking at who's coming in. I was trying to do work with the photos. So unfortunately, you didn't get in the picture.
Oh, well, that's, I mean, and I mean, we really wanted to do that and for it to have gone at
And
the.
I took two, thinking you might be in the second time, but you weren't able to get back in. So we tried anyway.
Yep, we did.
Maybe right now I'll just take another. Wait a minute. Let me just take a shot of this green shot.
Mhm.
And if we can work you in
Oh, that'd
another
be
way,
great.
we'll do it. I got it.
That would be
Oh,
great.
good.
Okay, great.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you, Bob.
Speaking
Thank
of
you.
volunteering for things, I think last summer Tina and I agreed to host one of the, or to be the host for one of the Zoom sessions on one of the.
Yeah.
But we don't know what
We didn't-
Sunday or.
yeah,
The third Sunday.
Okay.
That's the one we're missing. And although I said the other day, I'm just finding I'm not able to do things as productively as I used to. And so I sort of said, I've been doing this for a long time too. And we also greet on the fourth Sunday in the sanctuary. So I
Okay.
just said, if you can look for somebody to take my place on both of them, that would be great. But anyway, I continue to do the second Sunday. And so McCanna and sometimes Bob do the first and the fifth Sunday if there is one.
Okay.
I do the second, or Joanne and I generally. And then you take the third, and Larry and Ann do the fourth.
Now, other than taking roll, basically, what, is there anything else we're supposed to do?
Pardon me?
I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do as host.
Just
Welcome people.
help facilitate the conversation if needed. It usually isn't. It usually takes care of itself. And but for the greeting, has anyone explained how when you come on, which should be around 10 after, quarter after 10.
Okay, so no, we haven't
David-
gotten all those guidelines.
David will usually be on, and just ask him to make you co-host,
Okay.
which he will do. And then once you're co-host, you will see at the top of the screen, anytime somebody is waiting to be admitted, it'll say admit Rick and Tina or whoever, and you just click on that button. Sometimes it will get to two people waiting in the waiting room, and so you click on the waiting room and click it there. You'll see that over on the right side of the participants thing. McConnor is usually on.
That wants to zoom in, we just let everybody in? Or what
Yeah,
was?
McConnor is usually on. I think, haven't you found that she's on most every week?
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know whether, but McConnor's usually been on Zoom most every week, hasn't she?
Yeah.
And then how do we do the
And I'm
thing?
sure she could walk you in as you do it. And if need be, give me a holler and I'll be on next week and help you walk through it.
And then
I'll
how
be
do
glad
we
to,
do
I'll be
the
glad to
coffee?
do that if
How does this coffee room afterwards work?
I usually just start saying, I might mention how nice the service was or something about the service, and that usually enough to get the conversation started.
There's nothing we have to do to enable this room to be instead of being on the sanctuary screen.
Oh, great festival, great birthday going. Okay. I don't think you're gonna have it anymore.
I think that's David in part.
A great deal, I don't have enough, but I'm thinking to do, so I guess the last year was the last time. I think they're gonna just have food.
That's Gary.
I think that's Gary.
Drive on. Get something.
I think it was Gary that was talking about, I just muted him. if you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me and I'll be on with you next week
Okay.
if that helps.
Okay.
And I'll also see if McCanna's going to be on. If she's going to be on, I'm sure she'd be glad to. She knows it better than anyone, probably.
Mhm.
We might try.
But there's also, just so you know, and I've never run into it, I don't think any of us have, if someone got into the service that started bad mouthing or, causing a problem, there's a way you can click them off.
Okay.
And David can explain that part to you. But in fact, I sort of forgotten it, matter of fact. But it's never happened, to the best of my knowledge, all the time we've been on Zoom.
Yeah.
But these days, who knows? What could happen. But if
I might try
McCanna's going, if
McConaughey.
McCanna's going to be on, I will just mention that you just help you guide you through first time around or first few times around. And if she's not, just let me know, and I will be glad to be on.
Thanks,
Okay.
Bob.
Thank-
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Great.
Bob.
Have a good
lovely
week.
week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
inspiration for that well, doesn't it?